When I first started woodworking in junior high school, this was the very first project that I built. It was a small cutting board made of contrasting wood colors. My shop teacher, Mr. Finn, always had us start out with something like this. It's useful, and anyone can do it with simple tools, a little patience, and some determination. So let's get started. All right, to get this done, you're going to want a couple of contrasting colors of wood. For me, I've got a chunk of maple and a chunk of black walnut, and I'm going to go ahead and get over to the table saw and rip these down to 1 1/8 inches. Okay, don't forget your safety glasses, and in my shop I have a dust collector, so I'm going to go ahead and fire that up while I make these cuts to take care of the sawdust coming off the table saw. Okay, so we've got our pieces cut. I've got 3 pieces of each color. It's not going to be a super wide cutting board. I'm going to glue these up in one chunk, and we're going to cut this in half and glue it up again. All right, I'm going to use some Titebond 3 on this because it's waterproof and it's going to hold up to cleaning in the sink. So you just put a bead of glue right down each one of these, and I'm only gluing as far as I need to for the short pieces, like that. And then if you don't have one of these little silicone glue spreaders, that's fine, you can use your finger, but I have enough glue on my clothes already, so I'm going to go ahead and use this little guy and get this glue spread out. Clamps over here and get them kind of tightened up, and I'm going to make sure all of this is pretty flat so you have less sanding to do, because if you don't have a planer, this can be a lot of work. And that's what you want. You want that squeeze out to come out of there, and so you can see how the glue is squeezing out along the joints here, and that's exactly what you want. All right. Okay, so we got that glued up. There's really nothing we can do until tomorrow, so I'm going to let this sit and dry overnight, and I'll see you back here in the morning. All right, it's the next day. Everything is glued up and good to go, so let's get this pulled out of clamps and take it over here to the miter saw and cut it in half. Okay, there it's cut in half, and now you can start to see what this board's going to look like, and it's just going to be a nice little cutting board. This is exactly like the one I made when I was in 8th grade, and my mom used that one for years and years. I think finally it started to fall apart because the glues we had back in the 80s, that's how old I am, didn't really hold up forever, and so it started to delaminate. I'm hoping that by using Titebond 3, the glue joints in the boards I'm building now are going to last for a very, very long time. All right, so let's get the clamps put in here, and we'll clamp this up. All right, now we'll let that set for a few hours, and I'll meet you right back here, and we'll get this board finished up. It's pretty straight, pretty flat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my planer to flatten this out. If you've got a hand plane, or if you don't have that, you can use a sander and just put on a heavy grit and sand to your little heart's content. But I don't have time for that today because I got to get this video out. So we're going to run this right through the planer I have over there, and we'll be right back. It should be pretty nice and flat. All right, we've got it all sanded out down to 150. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some water. We just hit it with a little spray bottle of water, and that brings the grain out. And so those little fibers that we just knocked over with the sander, they're going to stand back up. And when that dries out, then we can sand it down with a 220 grit paper, or that'll help smooth that out and make our board ready for some mineral oil and beeswax. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this up. All right, now I'm just going to prop this up on a piece of wood, let the air get to it, and let it sit there for a little while and dry out. And I'll be right back. All right, I put down a beach towel. That's to keep the oil from soaking into my workbench. I've got a gallon of food grade mineral oil, and I've got a couple of rags to wipe it down with once we get it soaked in good. And now I'm just going to pour the oil on, rub it in with my hands, flip it over, let it soak for a little while, and then we'll wipe it down. So let's go ahead and pour that oil. And this is always the best part, because that just brings out the color of the wood. That looks good with the oil. I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of beeswax and mineral oil on it. And this is just a 4-to-1 ratio, four parts mineral oil, 1 part beeswax. Put it in an old crock pot or whatever, and just let that beeswax melt into the oil. But I just take a little with my hands and I start to rub that in, and you get that nice and sealed up with this beeswax. All right, and there you have it, a beautiful little cutting board that you can use in your kitchen for a very long time. So if you're a new woodworker, that's why making one of these little cutting boards can build confidence and give you some inspiration to maybe build bigger projects and start your career as a woodworker. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, get out in your shop and make something cool.